Hello everyone, this is Project 133 coming at you with another coming at you with another monthly montages video. So today I'll be going over April 2017. Sorry this video was late. It was finals week, the day that May came out. So my apologies about that. But I finally got time to do it, and let's get started. No delay. Oh yeah, before we get started, I just want to talk about something. I didn't include the whole apocalypse thing against all major U.S. airlines. Everyone knows about what happened with United in Chicago and Delta. Something happened on Delta and American Airlines as well. All three airlines just got freaking blew in the head with the PR nightmares, and so people are boycotting them. Oh my god, it's just crazy. And I don't like that, in my opinion. Just let them do. Oh my god, it's so complicated. I don't want to talk about it. This is why I didn't really include it in this, because we only talk about crap that is boring, and we don't get into this stuff. Because, like politics, what happened on those flights is controversial to some extent, because some people, of course, most people should be against what they did on the actual airlines, or on the planes, but were they the airline's fault? Should the airlines be held accountable for that? All this crap that's going around about this, and I just don't want to talk about it. So this is why I didn't include it. Anyway, let's talk about more happy things. April 1st, new cargo airline for China was announced. The Longhao Airlines got their first 737-300, I believe. If it isn't a 300, it's a 400. I know that. Very nice livery. I believe this photo was taken in Hong Kong. Probably was. So yeah, congratulations. April 2nd, the second 737-8 MAX came out for an airline. This time it was, Fly Dubai, and the first one was Southwest, but none of these have been delivered yet, at least to my knowledge. And then Malindo Airways, which we'll talk about later in this, also got a 737-8 MAX, and they're expected to be the launch customer, so we'll see. April 2nd, another new Chinese airline, Longjiang Airlines, got the first A321. I believe they leased it from either China Eastern or some other Chinese airline. There's a lot of Chinese airlines out there, with a lot of them have very similar liveries, and they serve all over China. So it's very confusing, the Chinese airline industry. So yeah, that is that. April 3rd, first Virgin America A321neo came out. Virgin America is the first A321neo operator, and ironically, it has been bought by Alaska, so their legacy might be in peril. So that's kind of sad. Anyway, I would love to see this sometime, the A321neo, but I don't think they've received delivery of it yet. April 4th, Nordwind Airlines' new livery came out on their 737. Nordwind Airlines is a Russian, don't quote me on this, but Russian charter operator based out of Moscow. Nice to see they updated the livery, because the old livery was kind of boring. It was just bland white with a red tail. Now they've added a little bit more, like a grayish tone to the fuselage. So congratulations, Nordwind. Very nice, like the livery. April 6th, Corendon Dutch Airlines released their lottery livery for their lottery. This basically refers to a lottery in the Netherlands that you could take part of. I'm not sure if you fly the airline you get a chance, or if you fly the airline you get a higher chance of winning. I'm not sure. But I know they released a livery for this. I don't speak Dutch, so that's that. Also on April 6th, Emirates released another one of their sports liveries, the AC Milan livery on their A380. Interesting design. To be honest, that was kind of a lie, what I just said, because it's not very interesting. It's just the same as every other sports plane they've made. I'm running out of things to say for this, to be honest, besides congratulations and very nice livery. April 7th, Venture Canarias got their first CRJ-1000. Not very big news, to be honest, because Venture Canarias operates CRJ-900s and 700s and all the above, but not the 1000. The 1000 is just a stretch version, and I believe there's a few operators I can name off the top of my head. Iberia, Garuda Indonesia, and Scandinavian, I think. Not sure about that, but I know there are a few CRJ-1000s, and you can now add Venture Canarias to the list. April 10th, EVA Air released their Sarneo characters livery. on their what am I? Okay, there we go. I lost my thought for a second on their Airbus A330-300. So yeah, very nice livery, Eva Air. Sorry about that. Something happened to my computer. Had to emergency restart for some reason. April 11th, Emirates released their hamburger. Sorry about that. Just find it funny. Anyway, hamburger Sportwagen. There we go. Livery on their 333. This picture was taken at Hamburg, just by the way. And I believe it's a Hamburg football team. Football, because I know I'm an American, but I don't think it should be called soccer as much as the next British guy or the next French guy or anyone else. That's my opinion. April 14th, as I was saying earlier, Batik Air Malaysia, or Balindo Air, or whatever, however you want to call it, got their first 737-8 MAX. They expect to be the launch customer. We'll see, though. I have a feeling Southwest will beat them to it, but we'll see within the next few months. I'm hoping that I get to see a Southwest 737-8 MAX by the end of the school year, aka June or July-ish or August. April 14th, Air Canada released their first Embraer 175 in the new livery. Their new livery is quite controversial. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people like it. I kind of like it. I could care less, to be honest. I didn't really like the previous livery. It was kind of like the colors didn't match. Well, of course they match, but they're the same color. I don't really like the colors. Teal and turquoise are not my kind of thing. And this looks very nice on the Embraer 175, I must say. I think it fits very well. Same with the 787, but the A321 not so much. But we'll see. I guess we'll have to get used to it. April 18th, TUI Airways Netherlands released their TUI family hotels. TUI, yeah, said that right. TUI Life Hotels, not family. Oh my god, family life hotels, there we go. On their 737-800. Still in the Sunwing colors for some reason, but I promise you it is the Dutch carrier, not the Canadian. So yeah, that always confuses me because they can't be bothered to remove the Canadian flag up at the front to stop confusing people. April 20th, Transavia released their Sunweb livery. I forgot what this livery was about. I think it's either about a hotel or an app. I'm not sure, but I know it's something to do with the airline, maybe a sponsor. I'm not sure. You can look that up for yourself, but there you go. April 22nd, this was something that caught my eye. Since me being a Syrian, this kind of surprised me. I've only flown on Syrian Air a few times. I used to go to Syria way back before the war started, like in 2008 was the last time I went. And we used to fly the A320s. And to be honest, it's not a good airline. It's probably worse than Air Koryo of North Korea. They got like long delays. They're barely heated. I mean, they're barely air conditioned since Syria's hot most of the year. They're barely air conditioned aircraft, and they fly most of the time within their domestic routes. They fly Russian Tupolevs and old Cold War military aircraft for passenger planes, so that's not very delightful. And they've also been operating Airbuses before the war, just before. And then now they got their first Airbus A340, just kind of, cover up the fact that people are dying. They got their first A340. The story behind this was, it used to be in a Olympic Air A340, then the Iranian government bought it, and then the Iranian government sold it to the Syrian government, which then put it into their Syrian Air fleet. You see how much geopolitics affects the airline industry? I mean, everyone knows that Syria and the Bashar regime, or the Assad regime in Syria are friends. Or Iran, not just Syria. Iran and the Assad regime, Syria are friends, and so this is probably the best example of it. And yeah, April 26th, China Eastern Airlines released their Easy Day. Easy Day? No, East Day. EastDay.com. That's a typo on my part. My apologies. On their A330-200. It's an okay livery. I mean, I don't think they got the colors right. I don't think light blue should be above all of these darker colors. Like the guy who took the picture wrote in the comments, or wrote in the description, he says it's not a good livery in his opinion. And I kind of have to agree to some extent, but it's not my aircraft to call whether it's good or not. I don't care. April 27th, Airlines, I can't read, for the love of God, I can't read. TUI Airlines Netherlands released their Private Air, leased colors. They released the 767 to Private Air, a Swiss charter company, and this is the livery that they made of it. It's okay. It depends where you're flying with this. If you're flying to, like, I don't know, Spain, or anywhere else you Europeans like to travel for holiday, Spain, Greece, Italy. I mean, okay, but I'd expect this from like a airline that goes to the Caribbean or somewhere along the lines of tropical. I don't know if you can call Spain or Italy or Greece tropical. If you want to, go ahead. I'm not criticizing you, but yeah, I think they should use this plane on routes that I would actually warrant it. And if they send this thing up to Scandinavia, I'm going to be pissed because that's not where it belongs. April 30th, Austrian Airlines released their Lifeball livery. Lifeball is a major organization, is the biggest organization in New York that is fighting AIDS. Basically, of course, it's a fundraiser, charity, researching cure to AIDS. So there you go, another Austrian Airlines livery. And that was that. The entirety of April. Of course, I didn't include the whole mishaps between a bunch of the airlines of the United States because I don't want to get depressed and talk about that crap. Route changes and additions. Norwegian started flights to from London Gatwick to Denver and Seattle. Air China and Pyongyang in North Korea. Air China used to fly direct Pyongyang from Beijing. Now they don't anymore because World War III is going to start, and we're ready to, destroy them missile silos. So Air China is trying to play their diplomatic moves, and part of that is ending their service to Pyongyang for some reason. And Qatar is starting service to Cardiff in Wales. So, that's another thing to light up your day. To forget all this crap about World War III. Just remember, Qatar Airways is going to Cardiff. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. Rate, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what was the most interesting event in the comment section. Sorry I didn't include the stuff I said earlier. I just don't want to talk about it. And I hope you respect that. Thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.